And first and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to all y'all on the highways and byways, teaching this work faithfully and sincerely and truthfully. I am gonna title this video "Don't Let the Sun Go Down Upon Your Wrath" or something along those effects, along those lines, because I was thinking about how you got people always talking about reparations. I was just watching a brother posted a video how a Jake found his records of slavery, how he was like his family, this lineage in I think South Carolina, somewhere in the South, right? And he was talking about how much a horse was worth more than an Israelite, really. Oh, selling slaves, and Jake selling Judah, to Israel, selling us, right? So I was thinking about, why not talk about this? You got some of us, not us, but you got our people in the world want reparations, right? But not enough money in the world could rebuild us. Jake, our people are so damaged. Give it the average black person or average Jake $1 million. Jake's spending that. Give him like five. He's spending that on cigarettes and liquor, right? Or he's gonna buy a bunch of fancy cars and a bunch of gold chains or prop. Jake doesn't know how. Jake would have too much money to handle. Jake don't have. We don't have. Our people don't have that mindset on. Damn, what can I do with this money? You know what I mean? Like, and it's gonna be burnt. This is not our rest, right? I don't know. Jake keep asking for reparations. Honestly, whether he does it or not, he's still going into slavery. On his part, he shouldn't even do it. If Esau was wise, he wouldn't do it. But if you want to keep Jake slumbering, you would. Either way, the two-edged sword. Either whether you do it or not. But I want to get some of the definitions of this word reparation. Noun, reparation. The making of amends for a wrong one has done by paying money to or otherwise helping those who have been wronged. Right? Esau paid everybody. He paid the so-called Africans, Ham. Paid the Chinese. He paid the Japanese. He paid the Arabs, Ishmael. Esau paid everybody but the nation Israel, right? Now you got some Israelites who had reparations, I'm not going to say they didn't, right? But that's not even reparations, Native Americans having casinos. Are you serious? Right? Like, how does casino, we stole all their land, all they get is casinos, and it's like, all the tribes deserve more. At least give them a state, I don't know, man. Give them their own state. Give them their own state, Give them Rhode Island, Give them New York, Esau doesn't know how to, Esau is not a just person, And even if Esau does give reparations, right, he would have to give up the whole, his power structure. Because everything he's gotten is stolen. The land is stolen. The power. The White House wasn't even built by Edomites. Jake owns that. Jake owns the White House. We should be up in there eating and drinking, I don't know, drinking margaritas. The White House Esau didn't build that. Jake built that. So everything, probably the Capitol, probably the Supreme Court, everything built in this country on a governmental level. And not only that, but buildings too. Northern tribe, right? Issachar been coming over, building houses. All this belongs to Israel. If you really want to be technical, Esau would have to give up everything and get the hell out of here, And I don't think anybody in their right mind would, you wouldn't do it. Anybody wouldn't do that, So let's get similarities. Amend, restitution, redress, compensation, recompense, repayment, atonement, indemnification, indemnity, damages, solitaire. The compensation for war damage paid by a defeated state. Plural noun reparations, so Esau's not gonna do it. It's too much money. Esau owes Jake a lot of money. And our people multiply like rabbits, so I don't think, so you're gonna have to pay a lot of money. But he has money to give $30 billion to Ukraine though, right? So Joe Biden is full of it, right? These presidents, these countries, these um the presidents, the political this country honestly is full of it. America is full of it. Supreme Court, the judges, no one is gonna give you, reparation. They're gonna give you another holiday so you can stop asking about it. Esau ain't gonna give no one nothing. Esau wouldn't do it. He's just too he's an asshole. You expect too much from him. He doesn't want to give you reparation. You should honestly just want his head on a platter. That's our reparations. That's what I'm titled the video. Our reparation is E's head on a platter. Honestly, yeah, man, that's a good video. That's a good title because our people just keep asking, stop begging, man, just stop, man. Like, come on, man, it makes you look pathetic, Who cares if he doesn't give us money? Fuck him. Like, we don't need his money. We're gonna hurt him. I would rather hit Esau in his face than get money. I'm telling you, man. Like, I'm not saying that, I would rather, like, you should meditate terrors upon them. You ever played Mortal Kombat? Like, all these fighting video game moves, I don't know. You want reparation money. Now what? Once he give you this $1 million, guess what? He's gonna go digital, and it's not gonna matter anymore. Well, see, I gave you guys the money. I gave you reparations. Now it went digital. A week after you get the money, right? Esau will go digital and bring up the MOTB. Yep, the dollars don't matter no more. I'm sorry, guys. You had a whole week. I tried to tell you guys. I tried to warn you. I gave you reparations, so therefore you guys can't complain. So Esau, man, could do that. Esau is gonna do. He would do that. He's a punk. Man, Esau's not fair. He's gonna wait. Honestly, if he does do it, it'll be the last minute. I'm trying to figure which one should I get. This one. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. You gotta be. We gotta be angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Don't let the sun go down while you're still angry. Telling you don't forget what he did. Right? Know who your enemy is. Don't be too comfortable talking to E because he gave you a bonus check. Or maybe you was outside and you had no money for water and he gives you a bottle of water. Don't let the little things corrupt corrupt your mind. The scriptures say the gift destroys the heart. When Jake won that that lottery and that Edomite gives you that check, Jake forgets everything. Jake forgets his struggle, forgets everything, That's selfless. That's selfish, right? In a way. Not saying that you can't enjoy the money you got, but to think that he's not a bad guy anymore just because you got something. What about the rest of the 30 million Israelites? I don't know how many, but I'm giving you an estimate how many Israelites are in this country. But what about the rest of us? Just because you got something good out of it doesn't mean he's not the enemy. I see a lot of these rappers or celebrities in the industry talking about how we should learn how to love one. No. Nah, man. Just because you sold out, mean now we gotta turn the other cheek for Esau? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. None of us are. I'm tired of Esau, man. Not now. He's not giving us reparations. Just let it go, man. Jake needs to let it go. And there should be a song, "Let It Go." But there is a song, that's from a kids movie, Frozen. Let it go. The Frozen. She made ice. I seen the commercial, but let it go. Jake want that money. Like, I was reading the comments of one of the videos on reparation. Esau, Eve said, "We need our reparations." Esau commented saying, "For what, more weave?" He said, another Edomite said, "Buy them Chinese sneakers." Talking about Jordans. Esau is funny because our people are destroyed, man. They'll buy BS. They would buy BS, honestly. You know, they'll buy crap that you don't need at all. You know, buying fake eyelashes, fake nails, fake hair. You know, contacts, butt implants. Jake buying Gucci belt. You know, and next you know, your money's all burned out. You know, you spent just your $1 million on Jordans and grills and chains, and now you're like, damn, I'll still live in my mom's basement on a mattress on the floor. You know, maybe I should have invested in the house, and you know, but it's like, you know, Jake, you know, Jake ain't the you know, the brightest. You know, when I watch videos sometimes on rappers in the industry, what they do is instead of investing in a company, they go broke because they use up all their money instead of investing in other companies, like buying something. Jake, you know, a lot of these rappers do. You know, you know. So I'll read a couple of things about, you know, what happened to our people. You know, when Native Americans were slaughtered in the name of civilization, that their skin was dark, their language was foreign, and their worldview and spiritual beliefs were beyond most white men's comprehension. On a cool May day in 1758, a 10-year-old girl with red hair and freckles was caring for her neighbor's children in rural western Pennsylvania. In a few moments, Mary Campbell's life changed forever when a Delaware Indians kidnapped her and absorbed her into their community. For the next 6 years, she was among the first. There's 200 known cases of white captives. Many of yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, man, this is what they get. You know, they need to get captured, damn devils. I'm just smiling reading this, man. I didn't know what was going. You know, I just read, you know, brought up this article. Many of whom became pawns in an ongoing power struggle that included European powers, American colonists, and indigenous peoples straining to maintain their population, their land, and way of life. While Mary was ultimately returned to her white family, and some evidence points to her having lived happily with her adopted Indian tribe, stories such as hers become a cautionary tale amongst white settlers stuck in fear of savage Indian and creating a paranoia that escalated into an all-out Indian hating. American Indian Wars timeline. A group of Native Americans look at a sailing ship and bay below them. From the time Europeans arrived on American shore, the frontier, this edge territory between white man's civilization and the untamed natural world, became a shared space of vast clashing between that led the U.S. government to authorize over 1,500 wars, attacks, and raids on Indians, the most of any country in the world against its indigenous people by the close of the Indian Wars. The late 19th century, fewer than 238,000 indigenous people remained, a sharp decline from the estimated 5 million to 15 million living in North America when Columbus arrived in Fort. That's a lot of white, man. Damn, man. Wow. There were basically a remaining of around 238,000 from 15 million. So you're telling me a man like that is going to give you reparations? Our people have been in some type of hypnotic state for years. If you think a man like this is going to give you reparations, come on. Now look at this. Who does this? How mad are you? How angry could you be? They didn't even do anything to you. You know, that tells you that something is more to it than just skin tone in the land. You can't be that angry. You can't be. You know, who else could be Esau but the white man? Like, who does this? You know? That's heavy, you know? You know, hold on. If I can get this, I want to get this. If I can get this clip I found. Uh, It's a clip from the show Boondocks. It got a few key pointers. Uh, it's this is a funny clip. I just have to get. Oh man, I don't know why it's going to there. So lucky on that. Hold it. All right. This is. All right. It's just it's for how he says it.
Now this right here is where I grew up. I seen everything, man, everything. I seen a nigga get killed right over there, They beat him up, stomped him, shot the dude, stomped the nigga again, and then I seen him take a dump on the dude. I swear to God, man, they actually shot a deuce on this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? They shot on the nigga, man. And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
That's the question you would ask. You look at the history, right? You look at the things Esau done, and you're like, damn, what did we, But it's a spiritual thing, right? You can read something like that, right? And you be like, damn, what did they do to make him that mad? And it's really a spiritual thing, because I can't, at a level of, I understand that you trying to, in history, there's war that you acquire land, but to the near genocide, like, how angry are you? You ever heard that saying, you mad, bro? I remember when I was in middle school, people used to use that word a lot. You mad? That's Esau. Like, what how angry are you? And it goes, but it goes back to the blessing. It goes back to the birthright. It goes back to the all that damage for what? What do you do to make the nigga that mad? And he sit there looking. You read something like that, like 238,000 left. To 15 million used to live there during the 1400s. Wow. Let's read down. The reasons for this racial genocide were multi-layered. Nah, man, you're an ass. You need to get. Oh man, no, it's not multi-layered. Here go Esau. Settlers, most of whom had been barred from inheriting property in Europe, arrived on American shores hungry for Indian land and the abundant natural resources that came with it. Indian collusion with the British during the American Revolution and the War of the 1812 exacerbated American hostility and suspicion tourism. Even more fundamental, indigenous people were just too different. Their skin was dark and the language were foreign, and their world views and spiritual beliefs were beyond most white men's comprehension. To settlers, fearful that a loved one might become the next Mary Kimball, all this stoked racial hatred and paranoia, making it easy to paint indigenous people as pagan savages who must be killed in the name of civilization and Christianity. Below, some of the most aggressive acts of genocide taken against indigenous Americans. All right. In 1782, a group of militant men from Pennsylvania killed 96 Christianized Delaware Indians, illustrating their growing contempt for Native people. Captain David Williamson ordered the converted Delawares who had been blamed for attacks on white settlements to go to the cooper shop, two at a time, where militant men beat them to death with wooden mallets and hatchets. Ironically, Delawares were the first Native Americans to capture a white settler and the first to sign the U.S. Indian Treaty 4 years earlier, one that set the precedent for 374 treaties over the next 100 years, often employing the common phrase peace and friendship. 229 of these agreements led to tribal land being ceded to rapidly expanding United States. Many treaties negotiated U.S. Indian trade relations, establishing a trading center to oust the British and their goods, especially the guns they put in Indians' hands. So Esau was even equipped. Esau's a devil, bro. Esau be on both sides of the track. You know, Esau be double dutching, man. Esau, you know, Edom like I don't, you know, Esau like Edomites fighting other people. You know, Esau, he needs to go down, bro. He's just a freaking instigator. He's a problem. Like, who does this? You know, I guess the other Edomites from Britain wanted to claim America too now, fighting against the other Edomites. This is, you know, this is something. You know, and there's so many other wars. You know. So I guess the British and the Spanish who backed the Indians to help keep Americans from encroaching on their interests. So so you got Edomites using the natives as a way to get to the other American. Man, Esau needs to just need to go, man. He just needs to go completely, bro. You can't even agree with your own people, man. How are you fighting your own people? How the heck? Yes, I am. I don't, man. Esau is money hungry, man. You know, he increased that which is not his. You know, that scripture, you know, Habakkuk, you know. The desires that selling cannot be satisfied, you know. And who does this? You know, he's just, you know, hey, man, I'm going to give you some guns, you know, natives. You go fight them. We're going to be what? We're going to be right with you. You're the ones doing this. You know, Esau's a damn demon, bro. He's a damn demon. You know? Zechariah 1:15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. You know? He's very displeased with the heathen. Like, look at them. You know, he was upset a little, right? But now they just further it, you know? You know, so they have to pay for that. We're on to Egypt and Asia, Syria, you know, Babylon, you know. We're on to the world. Death and destruction, because that's what's coming for these heathens. The Lord is coming back. You know, 2/3 are going to have to die. Right? Lord's willing, we're not the 2/3, right? And Esau and these other nations are going to be put in the shackles. You know, Esau's going to have to pay. He is going to pay. You know, he needs to be put in a headlock. You know, he needs to be strangled. That's what he needs, his punk ass. You know, I'm so tired of him, man. He's so annoying. Like, he's just a mosquito, like a bee buzzing in your ear. You know, we be having bees, you know, and they would just be flying, bzz, you know, you just want to, you know, get out of here, right? That's Esau. He's just an irritation, you know. What kind of man waits for women and children to be left alone while men are hunting? Who does that? Fight him when he's, you know, you're gonna wait. Esau's gonna wait because he's a coward, you know. Like, who does that? Man, be a man about it. You know, he ain't a man. I was watching this video. You know, I see the northern tribe. They were doing construction. This Edomite was in his car, and he just pushed him out the way. He was like, the guy looks like he was around 4 or 5 feet, you know, and Esau was like 7 feet. He find the smallest person and shoves him. Like, let me see where the smallest guy. There he is, shoves him. Like, bro, what kind of weak shit are you on? Esau's a coward, man. He's a punk, you know. And I don't even want to read this one. This is, you know. You know, but I'm just I'm just skimming right through it. Well, I don't. Let's go. Let's read the Willie Lynch letter. If I could, so this, so what the Willie Lynch letter is about is the making of a slave, right? And it's about how to, keep required reading for various courses and curriculums on the plight of African American. How many pages? 35 pages. This is why Esau is gonna be punished severely. If I could just get a good look at the first title, one of the first pages. Oh, Salaki. If I could just read. Okay, yep. This is it. This is it. Let me read the first part. I'm going to start from the caps. I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that if installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseer can use it. Have outlined a number of differences among slaves, and I will take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies and will work throughout the South. Take this simple little list of differences and think about them. On top of my list is age, but there's only because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, size of the plantation, status on plantations. Attitudes of owners, whether the slaves live in a valley, on a hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slave, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-fulfilling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slave versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male, and male versus the female. You must also have white servants and overseers who distrust all blacks, but it is necessary that your slave trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us. Gentlemen, these kits are your key to control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen. So, and this is in, I hope I didn't read too fast in the video, but this has been going on for centuries, even to this day. I see Jake kissing Esau's ass, and it's not only Esau now, it's Moab. They defend everybody else but their own people, right? They defend Moab, they defend Ishmael, they Edom, especially Edom. They love Esau. So-called black woman loved Esau. Yeah, I be seeing, Northern tribe also be doing that sometimes, defending Esau, voting for Trump. Like, what are you doing, bro? They're your, there are people, they're your people, you voting for Trump, Trump, make America great, man, you're his, it doesn't make any sense. The Proud Boys, right? The leader of the Proud Boys is Cuban. He's an Israelite, but he wants to work with Esau, right? So you got a lot of race traders, I call them race traders, I got a lot of Israelites from, honestly, from both South and the North Kingdom, the Southern and Northern Kingdom, right? But most heavily that hatred for each other, you can see it a lot more in how Jake look at each other in the hood, in the South, Judah, right? They love talking to Esau, man. I'll be seeing the conversation, they be smiling his face, they love him, So-called black woman loves their black, their white king. The white, I don't know, man. Got Jake join the police force, right? Want to join the military, Politicians, shave bald head, shave facial hair. You want to be a church goer, you want to be a pastor and love everybody can make it. Love on Esau. This is the, our people are destroyed. They're going to get destroyed. Literally this time, but Esau did a number on our people. This is what the Lord said, Lamentations 4:21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through onto thee, so you're not gonna escape, Yeah, like we drink of that cup, you're gonna drink of that cup. And if we're gonna hold your head down and you're gonna drink of that cup, you're gonna, pass through onto thee, thou shalt be drunken, and shalt be make thyself naked. Everyone's gonna be uncovered. Your wickedness is gonna be uncovered. You had your fun. Rejoice and be glad. You did everything you did. All the wickedness you could. You're gonna pay for it. You're gonna eat those words. You're gonna eat those words. You ever heard the saying? You're gonna eat those words. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna suffer. You're gonna have to. Every other nation, right? We at some point ruled and went down. You think you're not next, man? You're the worst. No, Lord don't like you. And he even, it's funny because it's like, it's like Esau really believes, every kingdom, I bet, believes at some point, we're never going to go down. We're never going to go down. They somehow went down, The Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Moab, Ammon, Japheth, all these kingdoms. Nebuchadnezzar probably thought he can live on forever. Pharaoh thought he was going to live on forever. Pharaoh thought, if I have a son, maybe he's going to have more sons and we're going to live on. We're always going to have Israel in captivity. I bet you that Pharaoh was thinking just like that. Then Moses came out of nowhere, said, yeah, we're not having that. Split the sea. The chariots fell in the ocean. The Lord closed up the waters, So, like, you're not, man. It's over for you. The Lord's going to have both hands on your neck. And he's going to slam you on your back. You ever watch WWE? It's going to be Esau. He's going to get slammed. Esau, man. You're gonna have to pay for it. And it's going to be in blood. What you did to the northern and southern tribes. There's way more I could have gotten. But, it will be never ending. It will be never ending. Like, you, not only did you destroy our people physically, right? Whip them in lashes. But you also destroyed them mentally. Now you got, our people fighting amongst themselves. You're going to pay for that. We have to. Not amount of reparations can undo what you done. You give Jake reparations now. We're still in this polluted land. Don't forget that, right? What's Esau be pushing? That rap, that drill rap. That trap music. Drink lean, do crack. The food's still poisonous. You know, this is not our rest, man. Like, I don't, you know, we're not going to get reparations here. Right? Why would you want to anyway? You know, this is not even our land. This is not our rest. This is not our place. The whole world is polluted. Our house is going to be made out of gold. Gold, man. Probably diamonds. You know, gold is just, you know, the Lord can... Man. Gold. You're going to have a house out of gold, Israel. Jake, you know? But Jake can't think bigger than that. Rubies, sapphires, amethysts, I don't, you know. Emeralds. You know. You know, you're going to have a crown of gold, diamonds, rubies, sapphire. You probably have one in the middle, right? Gold. Not gold. The whole crown is made out of gold, right? I'm just thinking. You know, an emerald in the middle of the crown, right? And the back of it, amethyst, and the side of it, ruby. On the right side is so like different gemstones in your crown. You know, the whole thing is made out of gold, right? Then you have different colored gemstones, all an opal, probably. Jake thinks too little. Whole suit of armor made out of gold. I don't know. You know, you got a gauntlet on with armor with gold. You know, with diamonds in it. You know, you got 20 rings. I don't know what you need 20 ring, probably your toe. I don't know. You know, like you got like grills. You know? Grills made out of diamond. Not diamond. Grills made out of gold. You got diamonds in the grills. Right? There's so much. We're gonna have an infinite amount of women. So lucky, I'm just seeing if my video was canceled. Infinite amount of women. We got Asian women, Arab women, African women, Edomite women. You know, they're gonna be sleeping with dogs, so you gotta watch out for them. You know, you're gonna have to. You're gonna watch them. You're gonna have to. You know, you can't. You know, you can't let an Edomite woman run loose on you. You know, she's gonna sleep with your. You know, you're gonna have a pet dog. You know, who doesn't like huskies? You're gonna get a fancy dog, like the fanciest animal. You're gonna get, you know what Michael Jackson had. He had a chimpanzee. We're gonna have chimpanzees. You know, we're gonna have a dolphin. Who knows? You know, the elector gonna be able to make rivers. But you have to give yourself an alligator. You know, name him Crocky. I don't know, man. You know, but come on. A whole enclosure, right? You know, different types of animals, man. Different types of women. Esau, you can slam Esau on his neck every day of your life. This is coming. You know? You're gonna, Esau's gonna have to pay. Right? Think big. You know? Throw Esau at the bottom of the ocean. Throw him in space. You know, chop his arm off. You know, like Jake just want money. Like, come on, bro. We just want to be equal. We don't want to hurt anybody. I get angry when I hear that. Like, you just willing to settle for less? That's the problem with Jake. We're just too nice, man. Our people are just too nice. You know, you gotta get angry, man. Not go out and loot though. Like, you know, we gotta wait on the Lord, of course. You know, like I said when I first started the video, you know, don't let the anger go down. Don't let the sun go down upon your wrath. Saying like, be angry and sin not. You know, and Jake want to settle for Gucci belts, man. Probably not even real silver. God be seeing some Gucci belts made out of probably I don't know what it is. Probably aluminum. Probably silver. I don't know, man. Copper. You know, that is 100% gold. Esau would never do that. In this kingdom, man, that's 100% gold. Usually mixed with silver and some type of bronze in it. You can see it by the color of it. Pure gold is like gold. It's like very, very bright. When it gets darker, it's because it's been mixing. That's what Esau does. He downplays the gold. He's never going to get you 100% anything. You know? But yeah, man, we're almost home, you know? You know, I'm tired of the video. E's head, reparations is E's head on a platter. You know, but with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and double honor to Elder Millstone. Salutation to all y'all coming to Hobbs and Bowers. Till next time, I say Shalom.